everyone, it's Kerry from Lone Life Designs. I thought I'd pop on today and do a nice pick 3 reading for you. So this is a reading for whenever you come across it. So it can be as soon as I post it, it could be in a week's time, it could be in 2 years' time. Whenever you see this reading, whenever you take part in this reading, it will be exactly the right time for you. Okay, so I'd like you to close your eyes, put both feet on the floor, take 3 deep breaths in and out. Open your eyes, and would you like to choose pile 1, which is the pile with the citrine crystal, pile 2, which is the pile with the amethyst crystal, or pile 3, which is the pile with the rose quartz crystal? Feel free to pause this video if you need more time to check or more time to tune in to see which cards you'd like. Okay, so I will get on with the reading for pile 1. Okay, and we have the Knight of Cups. We have the 7 of Pentacles and we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm really feeling here is that you've come a really long way in your self-healing journey. With the Knight of Cups, he is all about coming forwards with love. Whatever this person does, they do it with love. I'm sensing that this is about you. So I'm saying that, you know, they're really feeling the emotions, that this horse is more than knee deep in this pool here. So I feel that you've really moved forward into embracing your emotions, and you're really checking in with how your body is feeling and how your emotions are responding, and you're kind of acting on that. You're listening to what your body is telling you and what your emotions are telling you and what your intuition is telling you. So this card here is telling me that you're really actually quite proud of yourself, and so you should be, because look what's happened. You know, I feel with this that, you know, this is you. This huge tree with all this, you know, all the coins on it, all the pentacles on it, is you. You know, you started off as a tiny sapling, and you've really embraced this self-healing time. And, you know, it's almost like you're kind of standing back. You know, your rake's just sort of up resting at your side, and you're standing back and looking at how much you've accomplished. And it might only be over the last week. It could be over the last 10 years. You know, it's personal to you. But I really get this feeling that you're sort of stepping back from the situation. So stepping back from the emotional responses that you always used to lead, sort of, I feel like you used to sort of fly off the handle sorry, I can't even talk. Fly off the handle a little bit. Like you let your emotions rule you in a slightly negative frame of mind. Whereas now I feel with this card that you're letting your emotions guide you. So if you're sensing you're getting angry or frustrated with a situation, you're stepping back. You're learning to know what the emotions are teaching you and what they're actually here for, rather than acting on them, if that makes sense. But I think here it's time for you to sit back and acknowledge that, because you've come a really long way from where you were. So imagine yourself at the beginning of your healing journey. As I said, whether that's last week, whether that's 2 months ago, whether that's 10 years ago, the way you respond to life situations now will be different before you started doing self-development work and this inner healing. This card here, the 2 of Pentacles, is reminding you that you haven't finished the healing. We never do. Life is a constant balancing act. You know, sometimes life is going brilliantly and we're feeling on top of the world and we're full of energy and we're happy and we're excited. Then something can come along and it can give us a bit of a shove. You know, it can make us have a little bit of a wobble. I always think with this card, you know, he could just wobble over really easily, but he's not. You know, he is balanced. He's got this very, very strong, stable wall there behind him, or kind of balcony banisters behind him. If he wobbled a little bit, he would just lean back onto there. He wouldn't fall over. He'd just put his foot down, lean back, breathe in, breathe out, and carry on juggling again. And I think this is kind of here to say, you know, look how far you've come. Really acknowledge and congratulate yourself about how far you've come, Group 1, because it's really far. I can really tell you've done so much inner work. And if you do get a knock, if you do get a wobble, just put your hand out, hold on, and then carry on again. You will get, life goes up, has its ups and downs, and you are likely to also feel those ups and downs, and that's absolutely fine. When you do feel them, and if you get kind of put off and a bit worried, go back to this. Go back to thinking, do you know what? In the old days, I would have reacted like this, and now I'm reacting like this. So just acknowledge how far you're coming is the real message that I'm getting with this pile. Okay. So pile 2. These are your cards for pile 2. Oops. He was quick to flip over. Okay. So with these cards, pile 2, the amethyst pile. Okay, so I feel like there's a little bit of teamwork that needs to be going on here. Actually, it's not teamwork, is it? What's really coming through is that you thought you were working in a team and you thought everybody was contributing equally. But actually what seems to be happening on this card is that these two people think they know better than this person. You can see that they're telling this person here what to do, and that's not a team. That's not what teams do. So my message, I think the card's message is make sure you're valuing people within your team. If you're in a partnership, a relationship, a friendship, a work partnership, if you're collaborating with someone, make sure that you are being valued and you are valuing other people. Because we all bring different skills, even if it's about the same kind of topic that we're all talking about or working towards, we will all bring our individual skills forwards. So I'm really feeling that we all, in this situation, group 2, you need to all be working together and pulling together, because if you don't, this is going to be really difficult. And it's going to make the situation unpleasant. So if it's a work situation, you're going to dread going into work. If it's a relationship, you're going to encounter difficulties in whichever kind of partnership this is referring to. So this dynamic here needs to be sorted out before you start feeling like this man here who is exhausted. I mean, you can see on his face, I don't know if you can see very easily, but he just looks fed up. This isn't where he wants to be. So yeah, I really think that this situation here needs to be sorted out. And in order to sort this out, you're going to have to rely a little bit on your intuition. So you're going to have to consult somebody else. This man here is talking to a fish. I'm not saying that talking to fish is going to help this situation, but maybe talking to somebody outside of the situation would help. So maybe a good friend, maybe a parent, maybe a spouse or a partner, or somebody that doesn't work for the company. Whatever it is that this is referring to, maybe talk to somebody else about it, and just because sometimes we can get really caught up in how we feel about people or things or situations, and actually when you talk it through with somebody that has no connection to that, it becomes a lot more clear just with you voicing it and saying it out loud, even without them having to give you any advice. So to sort of sum up with this group, I do think that you're in a situation that either is becoming or will become a little bit toxic, as in you won't all feel appreciated. Don't let it get to this stage here where you're dreading either going into work or coming home from work, or whatever this situation is talking about. Don't let it get to that awful dread feeling. And seek guidance either from your intuition. If this is your thing, then meditate about it. How can you help support the person who maybe isn't bringing enough into the situation? Say it's a work colleague and you don't feel they're pulling their weight. How can you support that person? you know, turn things around. What can you do to help the situation? Same with a relationship. You know, why is this person behaving in this way? Is it something that I've done that is maybe affecting things? You know, try and really take yourself out of it emotionally to see the bigger perspective on that. So I hope that helps, because that seems a bit of a tricky situation for you guys. Okay, and pile 3 was the rose quartz pile. Oops, sorry, just trying to get you in camera. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Oops, a daisy. Interesting cards here. Right, okay, so we have the Tower. It's a major arcana card, so it's an important thing that is happening. And what happens here with the Tower, as you can see, it's been struck by lightning right on the very top, and it's causing people to fall. So, you know, it may cause damage to the Tower. On this card, it actually doesn't seem to be at the stage where it's actually causing real damage, apart from at the very, very top. And obviously these poor people falling out of the Tower. So what I'm getting with this is that you're going to receive some kind of information, because to me, this lightning bolt, it's almost like divine intervention. You know, you're going to get a lightning bolt of an idea, or a lightning bolt of clarity on a situation that's been bothering you, or you've kind of been thinking about for a little while. Something's going to come in and you're not going to be able to ignore it anymore. It's a big shake-up, I'm not going to lie, it is a big shake-up. But the really good thing is that this card is the 6 of Wands, and this means victory. So this will knock you, this will make you wobble, this will challenge your thoughts and your beliefs on certain things. And, you know, again, it can be there's nothing here telling me it's a certain part of your life. It could be something spiritual, it could be your relationship, it could be your work, it could be family, it could be anything, but something is going to come along and it will rock you, but not in a bad way. What happens afterwards is going to be victorious. You know, it's going to be something brilliant, something really good, something to be celebrated, something to be acknowledged. It's almost like something huge is going to happen, and you're going to remember the date that it happens for years to come, because it's that important. That's what I'm getting. You know, these people are cheering, they're laughing, they're smiling. There's obviously celebration going on, and it's because of this. It's because of this lightning bolt moment. This is the 2 of Wands, and this is all about planning for your future. Okay, so he's actually holding the whole world in his hands, and he's looking out. He's looking from his home, from his safety, from his castle. So from like secure and a safe place, he's looking, because of this, he is now in this very safe place, and he's got the confidence of this man riding the horse, and he knows now that the world is in his hands, the world is his oyster. He can go forwards and do whatever he chooses from this. I'm getting slightly teacher vibes from this. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody at all. But I've learned that when I sense something, I should say it, because to some people it's going to be really relevant. So this is a really short reading, actually, group 3, because, you know, just wait for that lightning bolt. Know that it's going to be something wonderful is going to result from this. And it's going to change the way you think. It's going to make you look at your future and look at life differently, in a way that you have got more freedom than you've got now. So that doesn't have to be physical freedom. I know things are, you know, I'm filming this in COVID times and the UK is currently in a lockdown, and future's a little bit uncertain about freedom and all that kind of thing at the moment. I understand that, but I'm getting it more of like a mental. I mean, look how open the sky is, and it's almost like a path going out in front of him. And it's more sort of like, I feel like this shake-up has like opened his mind. So yeah, that's really exciting, group 3. Really exciting. So I really hope that these readings resonate with you today. And if they do, if you could pop a little like in the comment section, and if you could subscribe and follow my channel, If you'd like to get in touch with me for any readings, you can find me at the moment on my Facebook channel, Facebook page, which I will link below. I am getting a website up and running, hopefully in the next week or so, where you'll be able to book me through there as well. Okay, have a lovely, lovely day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.